Hello, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. Welcome back to another podcast episode here at the Life School. In today's episode, I want to share with you some mindset hacks that have helped me and that can help you to really stay in the path as entrepreneurs, be successful in your own definition of alignment, but also have overall life balance, because we all probably have experienced burnout as entrepreneurs as we are scaling our companies. So it's really important to understand and become aware around the mindset blocks or things that might get in our way towards the vision we have, the mission we have, and the way that we take action every day. So the first thing to consider is acting from identity and not circumstance. So what I mean by this is to, instead of thinking I'm not successful yet, or comparing your success to other people, let's shift that and say, what would be the best version of me in the near future based on what you're trying to achieve? What would the best version of me do or say, so that you act in alignment with that when you're making your day-to-day decisions that align with your future self, with the things that you are trying to build. And yes, it's counterintuitive for the brain, because the brain wants immediate results and wants to see it, feel it, touch it in the physical space. But when you are making decisions away from your identity, but more into your future vision, then you really can bystep a lot of the things that might get in your way when you get discouraged, or when something doesn't go your way, or when you're trying a million things and something is not really sticking based on the goal that you're working towards. So that would be one. The other one is rewiring failure as feedback. There's no such thing as failure. Everything that we do, first of all, being an entrepreneur and growing a business is all a project of continuous improvement. As humans, we're all a work in progress project anyway. So why wouldn't our business be the same? A lot of the times because we put so much energy and effort into certain projects or things that we're focusing on, we expect a certain income or outcome, I should say, and we don't receive it. It's so easy for us to get down on ourselves and start to go in the loop of failure and taking this a lot too hard. But with everything that has been studied around success, is that failure is just those steps that we're taking to test and try so that we can get to the actual goal or destination in this case. So just keep being very mindful that it's actually part of the process. It's not something that we just do or don't do. Everybody goes through the same process. So being mindful around how we reframe it is really important, because what I've also learned is that if I didn't have those failures in the process towards achieving something or getting something or anything that I would want, then I would not have the experience I have. So to me, failure has been completely rewired into experience. And if I don't have the experience, then how can I have built myself? How can I build my character? How can I push myself through challenges? How is it that I can share things with others from my truth and my experience? So I think something that's helped me a lot has been shifting failure to just life experience. And I just love experience, because the more experience I get, the more valuable I become for myself and others. So that would be one to keep an eye on. The other one is set boundaries on the things that you are doing and boundaries on your personal life. It's really as straightforward as that. I know that everything in entrepreneurship, especially if it's a project you're passionate about, if it's work that you love to do in the world, it's so easy to just forget about personal life and other things and other commitments and other hobbies, passions, things that bring joy to your life. So CEO time, set that schedule and go pursue something else. And what I have actually found is that it makes me even more creative and productive when I'm actually on the go mode of being an entrepreneur and a business owner, than the other way around. Because when I have time to detach and go do something else, that's where I problem solve the best. And that's where I get the best ideas. So for those of us that have a lot of trouble with detaching from work or overworking or overly ambitious, if I tell you that you'll become more ambitious or you'll achieve more by doing it, would you do it? I don't know. Think about it. Food for thought. But that's what I've learned is something else that could definitely help. And then getting over perfectionism. Done is better than perfect. There's always the next day. Understand how you reset. Understand how you recharge yourself. And just let things flow. If it's not working, just let it go. Right? Let it go. Letting something go and surrendering is the hardest part for us, including myself. So just the process of let it go for the moment. Maybe the timing is not right. Maybe, you just not seeing something in order to make progress. Just let it go and come back to it another time has been a lifesaver. And plus, I also noticed that when I don't let go or I try to control as much as I can, I actually make more mistakes and I actually get frustrated and my energy is diluted and then everything starts to go wrong. So don't push it, just let it go, surrender and pick it up another time. I promise you, you'll come back to it with fresh eyes and you'll come back to it with a better way to problem solve. Track your energy, not just your productivity. We are energetic beings. Pay attention to your smart body, physical body, because your physical body understands and knows what we need. So when your energy is low at certain levels of the day, plan around that type of routine for yourself. If maybe for me it's 3 p.m., I get very low energy, plan to rest, plan to go for a walk. Just give yourself the grace to honor your energy, because we all have different type of energy with different humans. So pay attention, observe your energy levels and then honor that, because it's definitely going to be the thing that is going to make you even more productive in the long run. And it's not going to burn out your batteries, is what I say. And then the last one is really just the biggest mindset shifts, especially when we get into stuckness as entrepreneurs or doing something that's not working for a while, or we just like something's not working and we're just discouraged overall. The juice has dried out. The passion is kind of just on a low key vibe. You're just going through your day to day, but you just don't necessarily connect to the work. Something that I've learned, which is really powerful, is instead of saying this is not possible, I can't do it, or this is not working, or all the other outside factors that I could blame, I just say, step back and say, what does this make possible? What does this make possible? And just sit with that. And that will help you take some space for yourself so that you can figure out what is the next step and what actually does that thing make possible. Because through all the challenges, there's always something on the other end that makes something possible. And plus it keeps you in the journey. When the journey gets tough. There's cycles of entrepreneurship and dark times, which nobody talks about. There's gonna be days, months, or even years when you just don't think you're making any progress, and you have to work in the dark with no light at the end of the tunnel, and you have to stick in there, develop your patience. Patience is required. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. It's just like life. We go through something, patience is required of us. So these are the times where it's not a sign that you should quit. It's a sign that it's a cycle that needs to pass. But of course, there's learnings there's experiences to gather, but also you can help yourself with the way that you're thinking about it. which is the thing that we can control, our brain, right? The way that we think about things, so that it could serve us for the mission and the vision that we have. So, all right, that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for sharing. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you with another podcast episode. Bye, everybody.